From accommodation to restaurant prices, this video will tell you everything that you need to know about cost of living in Tbilisi. Let's start with accommodation. So the way that this will be organized is by the cheapest suburb to the most expensive suburb. So you can get a good idea of where you should go and how much it will cost. Guldani. This is one of the most budget-friendly areas in Tbilisi. It's the furthest away from the center. This is a local area. There's no tourists there. There's a lot of amenities, but not as many international restaurants. If you're happy living with the locals and want to get as far away as possible and save some money while still having access to the metro, you're looking at about $200 to $400 a month for a studio apartment. Dirube is in the center of Tbilisi, not to be confused with the tourist center. It has links to marshutkas, which are basically taxis that will bring you all around Georgia. It has its own metro line, so it's a very convenient location. It's about 15 minutes from the center, the touristy area, and it's about 10 minutes away from Guldani, which is the cheapest area that we just spoke about. This is not a touristy area, it's a local area, and there's not many restaurant options. But the good thing is you're going to save a bit of money. Studios start around $400 a month. You can get some for about $350, but they're not the nicest. A one bedroom can go for about $450 to $500, and a two bedroom can go from about $550 to $600 upwards. Then we have Vera, which is one of my favorite areas. So if you like the really cool cafes, really nice restaurants, a lot of international cuisines there, very beautiful place to walk around. But the issue with Vera is you're going to spend a lot more money in terms of everyday living as well as accommodation. Studios in Vera range between $500 and $600 a month. You can get some cheaper ones, but I probably wouldn't recommend them too much. Then you have the Old Town, which is where you see all the YouTube videos filmed. Very beautiful area, very touristy. Not as many locals live there. But you're looking at about $500 to $600 a month for a studio. You can get some really good deals at around $600. I even just checked Airbnb, and there's some really nice ones going there. It is a bit louder, but you are in the heart of the city, so you're going to have a lot of options for walking around just going to a restaurant. Just be aware in this area, you're going to be paying probably 2 times, 3 times more in terms of just going to the restaurants and then going to the bars and everything. Especially if you go to the really touristy area, which I'll show on the map here. If you can, try to avoid there for eating or drinking. Beautiful to walk through, not so much for buying stuff. Vache is essentially what I call the Beverly Hills of Tbilisi. It is an exaggeration, but that gets the point across. This is one of the most expensive areas. It's got all of the high-end luxury goods places. It's very beautiful, very walkable. The only issue is there's no metro line. There can be a lot of traffic. And there are tourists everywhere there, especially expats. Expats do love to live here because the customer service is rather good there typically. But with good customer service comes a higher price tag. With prices in Vache, you're looking at easily above $600 for a studio. And just 1-2 bedrooms can range easily over $1,000. $2,000 is not uncommon in that area. So let's talk about utilities. So for energy, for myself, in a 2-bedroom apartment with aircon going 24/7, 2 air purifiers, working from home, always on my laptop. So this is the most extreme case. I spend about $50 a month on energy. I have had months where I get up to about 60, 70, but in general about $50 is probably what you're looking at if you're really trying to push it. Water is rather insignificant. I actually don't know the cost because I don't really notice it, but it's probably around $2 to $3 per person. So gas, the most expensive this will be is during winter. Cost about $50 a month in winter if you've got the gas up. During summer, don't really notice it, $10 to $15. SIM cards. So Magti is the most used provider in Tbilisi. There's a stand at the airport which will cost $22 for a SIM card, and the package is unlimited internet for a month. If you go outside of the airport and you go to maybe the Old Town, you can actually get one for about $12, the exact same plan for about $12. So you get a savings there. The metro. So the metro is very simple in Tbilisi. There's only 2 train lines. So the metro line only costs 30 cents per one way. It's not a tiered system where it's different areas. So if you just pay the 30 cents, you can go to the very end of the train line. It's a very simple system. Everything's written in English, and also the metro stops do sound in English. So they'll say them in Georgian and then they'll say them in English. So I definitely recommend going there and getting a Metro card. If you're not sure where the Metro cards are, they're right beside every Metro. There's a little counter. Go there, pay a couple of dollars, $3 to get a card, and then just top that up. And just be aware that you will need to use cash for that. Taxis. So taxis are increasing in price a little bit, and they do vary from the time of the day. The way that you'd use taxis here is downloading the Bolt app. Make sure you don't get into a taxi that's just on the side of the road. They don't use a metered system in Tbilisi, so it's basically a negotiation. And because you're a tourist, you're definitely going to pay more. So just download the Bolt app. It'll make your life a lot easier. From the airport to the center of Tbilisi should be around $12. So gym memberships. So gyms are rather expensive in Tbilisi. So you're looking at a very high-end gym is about $80 to $100 a month. You can go to some local areas, such around Didobe, and that will cost around $30 to $40 a month for a more basic gym. So a dentist. So dentist to get your teeth checked up is sometimes included with the cleaning. I have seen that before, but generally it's separate. So it can range between $20 to $50. To get your teeth cleaned, I pay $50. So haircut. Haircut, I actually get my haircut done at a rather high-end place. Just it's easier for me because they speak English, typically, and you can book online, so it's a lot simpler. So what I spend for my haircut is $18 US for a haircut. I have got my hair dyed once, and it cost me $80. If you want to go and get your hair cut at a local place, you can spend about $10. They won't speak English most of the time, so you're going to have to work through that. I just never had very good luck with it. So restaurant prices and bars. So we'll start with Georgian restaurants. Looking about $5 for a meal in a local area, about $10 in the center, and about $15 if you're in the really bad touristy areas. So $15 and up. So they're pretty much the bare minimum prices. But if you're happy going to a bakery and just getting something small, you can easily eat for about $1. So the Western options. So pizza will typically cost you around $10 for a good pizza. For a bad pizza, like a white sauce pizza that they do in Georgia, yes, white sauce, it actually is a rather common thing, so just make sure you check. You're looking at about $5 to $7 for one of those local pizzas. Personally, I wouldn't recommend them, but if you're on a budget, go right ahead. A good burger, which can be hard to find in Tbilisi, it can range from about $7 easily up to $15. And my favorite burger place is about $7. So a pasta dish is bare minimum $10. A pint of beer will range at the cheapest areas such as Guldani, you're looking at about $2. On average, in the touristy areas for a rather good deal, you're looking at about $4.50. $4 to $4.50 is what I'd expect to be charged for a pint of beer. And red wine or white wine, that will range between $3 to $6 for a glass. Grocery price. 1 kilogram of the best beef mince you can buy will be about $15. For a bit average quality beef mince, you're looking at about $10 for a kilo. A whole chicken will cost you $6. But since I have a whole dedicated video on a grocery haul, I would recommend you check it just up here.